With every fresh nugget of footage, Falling Frontier continues to generate hype and curiosity among sci-fi fans and strategy gamers. Todd Darcy, the lead developer at Stutter Studios, shares development updates as regularly as Immortan Joe shares his water. And this time, I'm lucky enough to be one of the creators standing in the front row with a bowl and straw, ready to suck up some exclusive footage. Primarily, this video focuses on the completely fresh look that's been worked on for the last year. New bespoke ships of a variety of classes, new UI, new FTL visuals, a revamped main menu screen, great look at the new UI for planet selection and new visuals for the strategic map.
Colony comms synced and secure.
There's also a new look at launching probes to determine location and scanning radius, the Sukula mining barge in action, physicalized resources and cargo containers being shipped to a planetary surface, and the first time we've seen ships arriving from a planetary shipyard, which is a new feature entirely. Todd Darcy has also been kind enough to answer many questions I had about the footage for some extra clarity, so I'm going to take you through the video, comparing and breaking it down, while showing you some things you may have missed as we continue to cover this unique and highly anticipated space RTS. Let's get into it. Todd has been working hard on refining the menu and UI even further since our last Falling Frontier update, and one of the first things we can see in this exclusive footage is two of the new ships, an MRN York and Fastlane Frigate, providing some sweet eye candy to prelude the new main menu screen, which shows us some of the gameplay options we can expect from the fully released game. Now bear in mind, Todd has stated that early access, currently expected in 2025, will only include the first act of the campaign and eventually a scenario creator and skirmish mode, so I advise doing what I've been doing with this footage and simply imagining how it will feel to play the full game for now. The updated strategic map, a highlight of the new footage, has become even cleaner as Todd has managed to further streamline interactions with the many game systems. The map gives you easy access to all your active units, and for the first time, we can see active surface facilities on moons and planets owned by your faction. More on this new feature later. At the top of the screen, the local moon or colony you are closest to is displayed, including the resource status local to the colony. Remember, resources aside from credits are physicalized in Falling Frontier, so if you want to refuel or build units from a particular station, you need to make sure they have enough resources to do so. I've made an in-depth video covering these features in detail, so if you're new to Falling Frontier, I highly recommend you check it out after finishing this one, as it may answer some other questions this video may raise. In the top right is your global credits and manpower resources, with resources like ore and fuel localized to their depots. You can also see the operations and notifications in effect, helping you keep up with the status of your empire. Now don't forget, you will also have the option to pause and slow down time shown in the top left. Once you've selected a colony or station, its local details are displayed, providing an overview of its logistics, construction, navy, defenses, and scanning capabilities, including the option to deploy probes.
Calculating celestial paths.
Which has been updated since our last look. This update to probes now includes new visual effects and a deployment and burn time, depending on the location and route you set for the probes to take. It looks like the probes are being sent to investigate MRN territory, and you may notice the passive scanning active around the Titan colony. With an updated look at the Sukula mining barge, we also get to see how the ship breaks apart rocks and how resources can be consolidated externally for transport via station or orbital drones to attribute them to your local resource pool. I also thought it was really cool to see how the Sukula's drones undock from the ship and how, once they've acquired a rock, they deliver it to the ship for processing. A fresh look at the new ships and classes now, with a bunch of components available to customize the ships to your liking. This Coventry class Titan frigate appears to come standard with a reinforced bridge for added protection against critical hits to the command crew. additional escape pods to ensure survivability of crew in the event of the ship being disabled, food storage units to keep the crew alive for longer, default scanning sensors for passive ship detection, standard engines for the ship and class, and a short-range jump drive. There's also a single optional component available, and in this video we can confirm two choices. One provides improved docking thrusters for faster docking and undocking at port, and the other advanced countermeasures to neutralize incoming missiles that'll threaten to ruin your day. The Coventry is classed as a picket frigate, and Todd informs me it fits the role of a task force defense ship. In this video, it has 4 main weapon slots and 6 CIWS close-in weapon systems that can be fitted with point defense cannons or anti-air missile applications. Nice! 2 other ships showcased in the public Might of Mars trailer include the York frigate and the Berwick class frigate. The York frigate, encompassing a more longer-range scout-class ship, comes equipped with increased storage capacity for food and deep space operations, improved sensors for longer-range ship detection, improved engines for higher intercept or retreat speeds, and an increased range jump drive for going further around the game's huge sectors. With 3 optional slots, including extra scanning range, it's a versatile ship with the option for you to outfit it primarily for reconnaissance, combat effectiveness, or both, featuring the option for a forward VLS vertical launch system for missile applications. It's overall undergunned and likely under-armored in comparison to more battle-ready fighters like the Coventry, but it comes with a lot of utility. The Berwick class frigate is the smallest of the frigates, coming in at 130 meters. This is the ship that will act as a forward observer for the fast lane or deep space reconnaissance, with the ability to rescue stranded crew. Use this in conjunction with the fast lane's cruise missiles and you've got a pretty potent combination. The Berwick also has mine-laying options available, which again make it quite a versatile ship. The already revealed Hanno, my personal favorite, Todd would class as a support destroyer. It has extra weapon hardpoints and defenses, but can also perform search and rescue operations. So while ships in Falling Frontier do have primary roles, they can all handle multiple tasks. Back at Encelada's colony, we get to see more of the new UI in action, showcasing planetary docked vessels and the production screen. CVS denoting civilian ships, FF for frigates, and DD for destroyers, with one more destroyer that we know of still to be revealed. Selecting either of the ships within the category takes us back to the ship customization for that ship. Along with local facilities, aka shipyards, a York-class frigate is launched from the surface. Todd has confirmed this is indeed a new feature with the ability to now construct ships in shipyards planetside, with cruiser-class ships reserved for shipyard-only construction. Super cool!
Profiles confirmed. 2 enemy frigates in orbit.
First stage separation completed.
You may also notice the audio cue, with radar detecting enemy MRN Martian ships detected in the Saturn sector, reflected in the operation status update. Time to see some pew pew. The York spools its Europa drive, which allows matter to pass through an end-to-end wormhole. We get to see the new jump effect in action, which, after reading the wiki, makes a lot more sense.
Coming around for FTL jump. Angle's good. Spooling jump drive. Ship locked in for conduit travel.
Upon exiting the wormhole, the frigate is pretty outmatched by a Martian Berwick and Coventry class ship that immediately opens fire with cannons and missiles, striking the York's hull, causing loss of a main weapon and critical damage that needs repairs.
Main guns are down. Air cruise is back.
is awesome to see the PDCs in effect, shooting down some of the incoming missiles. Fights in Falling Frontier will be smaller scale to typical RTS games, but far more intricate and no less epic, with lots going on under the hood between weapon types, armor, angle, velocity, and range of attacks, to name just a few variables to keep fights interesting, dynamic, and exciting. With a few final blows to our Titan captain's ship, it's set adrift and its fate unknown. With MRN units in the sector, best to protect your mining operations at all costs. A Coventry-class frigate is dispatched to another local Sukula mining ship before the exclusive footage fades, and I'm no doubt blue-balled for a few more months to come before we get to sink our teeth into some more Falling Frontier goodness. Remember, if you have any questions about Falling Frontier, feel free to watch my other video, Everything You Need to Know About Falling Frontier, and of course, feel free to throw some questions in the comments and let me know what you thought of the video and recent Falling Frontier release. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of my content today, and as always, thank you to my meaty members on Fourth Wall for the extra generous support. See you in the next one.